Dementia Researcher with a blog and a rating.
What actually happens at funding committees? Insights after grant submission. For the past 18 months now, I've been sitting on an NIHR funding committee. It's a time-intensive commitment, several days a year attending 2-day funding committees, sometimes additional ad hoc ones, because of the amount of grant submissions. Screening grant applications, reviewing grant applications, preparing to present them, and then contributing to the decision-making process. It is a great learning opportunity to understand the process of grant decision-making, how to craft a strong application, and learning that even if all the ingredients are right, it may still not get funded sometimes. How did I even get involved in the first place? The NIHR, as do other funding bodies and committees, has a website where opportunities to join committees get advertised on a regular basis. I saw one that was of interest, also because they were actively seeking for social care researchers. So I applied. Shortly after, I received a confirmation email that I had been accepted onto the committee. Of course, you have to enter quite a bit of detail about yourself, your track record, what you could add to the committee, and more. Once you get that email, you're being invited to attend the next upcoming committee meeting and shadow this, to understand how the committee works, its structure, review, and scoring system. It was certainly novel to see how the cogs are turning once you've hit that enticing submit button on your grant application. Whilst obviously having to strictly adhere to confidentiality and not sharing anything that is discussed about specific applications, you're also required to leave the room, virtual or in person down in London, if you have any conflicts of interest. You don't even get to see those applications when they are circulated. So once you've observed your first committee meeting, which is divided into Stage 1 outline and Stage 2 full applications, you get your first invitation to review and discuss specific applications at the next meeting. You can also indicate an interest in specific ones to make sure your expertise closely matches that of an application. Given the focus of the committee I am on, there is a vast array of topic areas, many outside of my own topical expertise. But then it's down to your methodological and PPI expertise that matters. On average, you get 3 to 5 applications per committee meeting to read in depth, prepare comments on in advance, and discuss those with other members of the committee. Each application has a few in-depth reviewers, so you're not alone. Then the discussion opens to the full panel, and we all score at the end. This is the interesting part. There only needs to be one person who disagrees with a proposal, and this can sometimes swing the committee's decision against it, whereas others would have funded it. You never know until the anonymous scores come in. Whilst it's a lot of work, you do learn a great deal, and meet researchers outside your area of expertise. Sitting on the committee truly focuses your attention on what it means to put together a strong grant application. That is, importantly, understandable to committee members from any background. With mostly healthcare academics and professionals on the committee, it makes it even more important to put across the message of why this research is needed, if it is purely social care, for example. It also stresses the value of good patient and public involvement and engagement, as this is being looked at by dedicated lay committee members. If you are interested in seeing what goes on behind the committee doors, you might be able to ask a colleague who is sitting on one if you can shadow them, especially if you are an early career researcher. Or take the plunge and apply to join a committee. They may ask for more experience if you're still starting out, but then come back next year. I would definitely recommend getting involved in grant reviewing and committee membership if possible, whilst being aware of the time commitment this involves and getting this signed off by your line manager first.
Thank you for listening. Join the Dementia Research bloggers and share your own views.